Let's talk about what it's going to take to become hopefully a top producer in an industry that destroys 90% of insurance agents. I get it, friends. The business can be very frustrating and at times scary when you first start off, and even in your first couple months, and sometimes your first year, it can feel like I want to just yell at the sky right now. We're going to give you multiple tips that are going to hopefully make you a success story and not a statistic. And not everybody makes it in an industry that can be, well, pretty brutal at times. But yet, if you become that top producer, no better life. All right, let's dive into it. Number one, if you are an agent that's distracted, you're probably not going to make the dollars. And I'm not saying that what you're getting distracted with is a bad thing, but it's not the best thing for you right now. All right. If you're an agent that just got your license, it's not a lottery ticket, friends, but I hope you find success with it. We've got to get into a place where you laser focus on one boring product. So if you want to focus on final expense telesales, that's all you should be thinking about. You should live it and breathe it. You shouldn't be thinking about IULs and ULs and term and cancer policies and annuities and Medicare insurance and ACA and Medicare Advantage. Oh my, you're going to have your muscle, your might just strung out all over the place. You're going to be diluted. You won't be as dynamic. So get rid of the mess and go myopic. That's going to really help fix some things because I made this mistake, friends, early in my career. I was a brand new insurance agent, believe it or not. And I've been in this industry over 20 years, 2+ decades, and then some. When I first started, I had a briefcase full of stuff, right? I had just a desk full of product offerings. I could sell all kinds of stuff that I just shared with you. It didn't really tee off in my career until I took a pause and says, I'm not focusing on any product except for this one. One product can make you powerful because you can truthfully become a master of one instead of a master of none. And agents that don't make it and it gets frustrating, it gets messy. You're trying to eat the whole elephant, and we're not eating elephants, but don't engage in that distraction mindset. And in the TV space, the YouTube space, the professional marketer space where everybody's trying to gain your attention. You can't give them your attention. You got to be a racehorse with blinders on. It's so important when you first start off. So, my advice to you is go myopic, one boring product, let the world burn, friends. Don't focus on anything because what you focus on is where you're headed. So you can't do that. So myopic mindset on one boring product, just pick one and then really knuckle down and be the best in understanding that product offering. And you've got to believe in it as well because belief is the backbone of everything. If you believe in it, everybody can smell it. If you don't, you're lack of confidence is going to kind of leak into the sales presentation, and that can harm you, especially when you're brand new. And that's why mentorship is important. But myopic mindset will help you from the distractions that can happen in this industry. Now, number two is so important. This is going to kind of be like a lockup analogy. If you, right, were in lockup, and anybody watch lockup, it's a prison show, all right, a jail show. It's pretty cool. But you got to do your time if you want to get your freedom, all right? You got to understand you got to do your time, and you got to do good time, not bad time. If you're in jail and you do bad time, you get more time in that jail cell and you don't get released. In this industry, you got to do your time like an inmate with intentionality. You got to be locked in, especially in final expense telesales. You got to get in the zone. All right. You do bad time, you won't make the bucks. You do good time, hopefully you will. No promises in the industry. I want to be intentional about that. It's a performance based business that can beat you up on your worst days. And you know what? Even on your best days, you can go from hero to zero. You got a sale, and the next sales call tells you to go stuff it somewhere. All right. But you got to do your time intentionally. Intentionally. Good time. I'm talking about locking in and clocking in every day. If you're a face to face insurance agent, friends, get your butt out the door when you should. All right. So if you're supposed to work from 8 to 5, you should be up at 7, ready to rock, dressed tight, dressed right, ready to get out that door and go take care of great people. You've got to be very driven. In the telesales space, it's going to require more discipline from you, not less. So when you're out of your home, and you're on the streets, right? You will not have that maybe draw to go take a nappy nap or have a half-hour lunch that turns into an hour and a half or the rest of the day. Telesales agents, it does take a tremendous amount of mental fortitude, more strength. You've got to have emotional intelligence enough to know that I can't engage in a long lunch break. I'm going to lose money. And a lot of insurance agents don't see this. They think I can work from home and it's going to be just a huge success. You have to lock in and clock in and do your time, and you got to do good time. And I hope this is helping you, but you got to lock in like an inmate. It's very much like solitary confinement because you don't have that stimulation of real humans around you. You're really going to have just you and that phone line if you're dialed in, where you hear ringtones, voicemails. I hope somebody picks up. I hope I get a human. I hope I get somebody to pick up. And you've got to be hustling. That internal hustle muscle has to be strong. Agents that get hurt, they don't have not only the hustle muscle, but they're distracted by anything else. Back to tip number one, not only the product offerings, but anything that can give them an excuse to take a pause. You've got to be dialed in. You got to do good time even on your script. And we're going to dive into some of that in this video too, but you've got to be locked in and clocked in to have a chance of making cash flow in the insurance industry. Insane levels of discipline, insane levels of just drive and habitual behavior. Honor the word to yourself when you say you're going to show up. Get that white space on your calendar eliminated so that the business can hopefully work out. I want the best for you, friends, but whoo, the business can be a little frustrating. When we're a brand new agent, and I was one too, I had butterflies churning in my chest and in my stomach. I tell you, I made way too many trips to the bathroom when I first started in telesales. And that was before I jumped even into the insurance industry. And I get it. Even when you got your script, you got your systems, there's still a little bit of that like imposter syndrome, fear of failure. Can I make it? Over the phone, it's great. They'll never see you again. They'll never see you in the first place. All right. You're not on Zoom. There's no room for Zoom and telesales. It's the telephone. It's powerful. But as you see it, it must be true. And that's why sometimes a business can be scarier than it really is. That's why systems are important. But number three is you've got to increase your competence so that you can increase your confidence. Because when you get on that telephone, they can smell if you're confident or if you're not. And that's why when you're brand new, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, fake that confidence as a brand new guy if you've been trained. But if maybe you're in an IMO that never gave you intentional training, it's scary, right? When you jump on the phones, they're like, here's this script, go make it work. You're like, oh, wow, ouch. That's a painful way. You've got to get a little PDR up in you. All right. And I'm not talking about the PBR, I'm talking about the PDR. All right. You want to increase your confidence, you want to increase your competence. I want you to focus on your script, focus on your rebuttals, not by looking at it, but by doing the laps, my friends, just like you were in a sport. Go do the laps. I don't want to do laps. All right. This is like Mr. Miyagi, wax on, wax off. Do the work. You want the wealth, you got to do the work now. Pro athletes do an insane amount of practice and muscle work, and they're in the gym and they're getting their sleep and they're getting good nutrition. It doesn't sound like fun, right? I just want to eat snacky snacks and sugar all day. You're going to stink at sports if that's you and you don't want to get in the gym. You just want to get fat. Come on. In the insurance industry, if you really want to make it, you've got a PDR: practice, drill, rehearse, practice, drill, rehearse, practice, drill, rehearse. You're going to perform the way you practice. And right now, if you're feeling like, oh man, I got panic up in my chest, maybe you didn't practice in a week-long telemastery program, a 5-day course like what we provide here nationally. And we do recruit amazing agents like yourself nationally, as well as agencies to partner here and sell life insurance and Medicare insurance and annuities and final expense face to face, as well as in the telespace, and free resources for you, by the way, no matter what work family you align with, at jasonfinalexpense.com will absolutely help you. But you've got to focus on the business. If not, it's going to be like sand falling through your fingers. And it's going to be just this sinking feeling in your chest. You're going to be sour about the business. You got to practice your script until it becomes a piece of you. You've got to practice your rebuttals so that the objections that they hit you with aren't personal. It's just part of the process, friends. It's just part of the process. That's why we spend countless hours every week with amazing agents nationally, just helping and honing and mentoring so that they can maximize their skills in an industry where 90% of reps don't make it. You got to do your reps if you want to realize the best chance of success and sometimes survival in this industry. It's not a W-2. You can't just like show up and expect success to happen if you don't do the work. That's why I say you got to really like clock in and lock in like it's lockup. Do good time. Good time on the phones. Your final expense telesales script should be a good one. And I mean a great one like what we possess. It's so powerful that you've got the right words to speak so that you know that other people have found success with it. Go look at our agent interviews and testimonials playlist and understand how they've practiced. That's critical for you. And I'll put some other free resources up at the end of this video that will help you keep your business in the P word called persistency in a powerful way because you understand billing. You got to really become a master of the business. But when you first start off, go myopic. Just one product. That's it. All right. Get good, get great before you add another one. It's powerful for you, but scripting is important. Rebuttals are important. Underwriting and understanding how do I write the application. You want to be in a place where you're extremely competent. And then you're going to feel more confident. You're not going to feel perfect. You just want to get into a state of extreme proficiency. Extreme proficiency. But you got to put in the work, friends. Those that do are those that get in this industry. And sometimes those that get their hands dirty eat real well, just like in a garden. And those that are like, "Ooh, I don't want to touch that. That's dirty, right? I got to practice. I don't like that. I don't feel good when I fall on my face in practice. I just want to be a top performer." Good. Then get in the ring and take one to the lip. All right. You want to really say that you love the industry because you've put in the time. Like I say, PDR, practice, drill, rehearse to experience the best chance of a great reality. But your input into this business will determine at times what you get out of it. And there's really no sugarcoating it. So many people jump into the industry thinking that, oh, it's just a get rich quick scheme. No, it's one of the best industries on the planet when you make it, but it's a slow rise. It's not a fast rise and then it falls. All right. It's not bread where you do it wrong. All right. Or sourdough, as maybe some of you folks may do. I love some good sourdough. All right. We do that at home. A lot of fun. All right. Do you have a sourdough starter, by the way? If you do, what's the name? Our sourdough starter name is Margot. All right. I think everybody's got a different name. Curious to know if you have sourdough or have a starter name. Kind of fun, but that's important. So PDR, practice, drill, rehearse. Now, the next tip I'm going to share with you. Are you ready for it? Still taking notes? Still with me? Hope this is helping you. If it is, hit the like button. If it's not, tell me in the comments below as well. All right. I love raw feedback. Now, the next tip I want to share with you is your attitude increases your altitude in this industry. You can have a sour attitude with the exact same leads, and you're going to be like a sinking ship. All right. You're not going to make it. You've got to really have this attitude of a glass half full. I get to do this. This is going to be great. That next call told me to go pound sand. The next call is going to be good. I got this. You got to have a glass half full mentality because when you jump on the next call, you can't have a caustic mindset. It's going to destroy you. All right. So it's so important that you understand that business is mental. When you make a sale, you're going to be high enough to hunt ducks with a rake. And then the very next one, they could tell you, I didn't do this. Beep you. You're this high to a cockroach. I hate, all right, the planet that you are on. And like, we're on the same planet. All right. This happens because sometimes people just have a bad day and it was a bad time when you connected with him. My friends, you've got to have a glass half full mentality, not half empty. Engage with positivity, engage with just powerful push within you, right? But when you get on that phone, a sour attitude will sink you because you will find what you focus on. You 100% will find what you focus on. The day is yours, but you got to own it. You can control your attitude. You can't control the actions of others on the phone. You can't. You can control your script. You can control your response to them. You can control your graciousness, though you can control your heart. You can't control what happens on the other end, but control you, friends. Telesales is about control, but it's not about being controlling. It's about you being put together so that you've got the best chance of finding everything you want at the finish line because you know the road, all right? But sour attitudes can hurt you. You got to have this can do attitude even when, oh man, I feel like I got my hand caught in the door jamb of the no, no, no bus. All right. Don't ride the wambulance. If you want to find the wealth, you don't find wealthy people. All right. Acting like they're weaned on a dill pickle and everything's horrible and oh, it's so tough. No, no, quit. Get that out of your mind. All right. Get that out of your mouth. Where your mind is thinking upon, guarantee your mouth will speak. All right. So don't do that. Speak life over yourself in an industry that's pretty negative. Not everybody's going to buy from you, but those that bite the dust, whew, let me tell you, they're chewing on some pretty bad apples. All right. So sour attitudes, get it out of your mind. Understand it's a mental business. Take your mind up. All right. If you've got positive verbal self affirmations, I would say that you should speak them before you start your day. Get yourself into a place that you stimulate yourself with a little bit of music. Not all day, friends. Like I say, you got to go myopic. You got to control your day, do your time wisely, but listen to some music that uplifts you before you pick up that phone. It can help you fix this thing right here. And that will, I hope, help you have more success with your skills over the phone. But sour attitudes can hurt you. Now, the next thing I want to focus on is the very last thing, and that's really it's a performance-based business, right? So we've got to give our best performance when we're new, not perfection, friends. When you're brand new and things are scary, I just want you to be proficient. If all you did today was practice, drill, rehearse as a brand new guy for a couple hours, fantastic. Like maybe you joined our telemastery program and you aligned with our work family and you're in a place where you're like, I got this, I'm feeling good. Now you've got to put it into action. NFL players, they don't just practice and stay there. They get on the field, they get stinky shoes, they get dirt on the cleats. It's time now to go be a warrior. It's time to put it into action. Even though you've got maybe a little bit of panic in your chest, let's go put it into action. Bring your best to the table. And those first couple calls, if you got 100 leads as a full-time final expense telesales agent, you got 80 to 100 leads a week. I want you to give yourself a little relief valve right now, saying, you know what? My first 5 calls are just practice calls. I'm going to disconnect myself from the end result. I just want to engage with 5 people, and I'm going to do my best. I'm not the best now, but I'm going to be the best soon. I'm just going to, the first 5 calls of my day are practice calls. Take that stress off so that now you can see yourself in a place where you're standing a little taller. You're taking maybe the business a little bit more serious than when you first started off. You eliminated the sour attitude and you're like, you know what? I'm going to put in the work because the business is going to work out. I hope this helps you, friends. If you need any free resources, jasonfinalexpense.com. Feel free to reach out. Love to connect with you. And anything that you need, let us know. But remember, my friends, you've got what it takes. But I get it. When we first start off, it can be extremely frustrating, especially if you were shined on thinking that the business was easy. Simple, yes, it is. Easy, it is not. We'll see y'all soon. Hope you have a great and powerfully successful day. And we'll see you tomorrow.